Bismillah wa salatu wa salamu ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Brothers and sisters, how to make the most of our Ramadan and the acts of worship that we are engaged in. As you all know, the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says, the deceased can hear the footsteps of their companions as they depart from him. And if he was a believer, the prayer stands by his head, fasting stands to his right, zakah stands to his left, and the good deeds such as honesty and upholding the ties of kinship and treating people kindly stand at his feet. Brothers and sisters, when you pass away and are lowered into your graves, the only thing that will be there accompanying you will be your deeds. It will not be the wealth that you have amassed. It won't be your education. It won't be your children. It won't be any of the materialistic things that you have gained in this dunya. Rather, it will be your deeds, whether they are good deeds or bad deeds. In this hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said, the prayer will stand next to a person's head. The fasting, subhanAllah, the fasting that we are doing in the month of Ramadan and the extra voluntary fast that we do outside the month of Ramadan will stand to your right. And the charity, the zakat, the compulsory charity that you give will be standing next to your left. And the good deeds, such as honesty, all other good deeds, upholding the ties of kinship, treating people kindly, will be at your feet. And when the interrogators of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala come to question you, when you are approached from the direction of your head, the prayer will say, there's no space, you cannot get past me. Then when the person is approached from the right, the fasting will say the same, that you cannot get past me. And when he is approached by these angels on the left, the zakat will say, you cannot get past me. And then when he's approached from the direction of his feet, his good deeds, such as your honesty, your truthfulness, your upholding the ties, you being good to your parents, and treating people kindly, will say, you cannot get past me. So from this hadith, brothers and sisters, we understand that our righteous actions are our best friends that will last us not only in this lifetime, but also in the akhirah. And the opposite as well. Your evil deeds, your misdeeds that you have done in this life and not repented from, will be your worst of friends in the akhirah. So we as Muslims, brothers and sisters, we must take this blessing of Ramadan. And we all know through the various lectures that we have heard in previous Ramadan, through the lectures that we have heard on social media, that any deed that we do in the month of Ramadan, any good deed that we do in the month of Ramadan, it is multiplied more than tenfold. And subhanAllah, yet many of us do not take advantage of this. Many of us are still engaged in bad habits, bad sins. And no, my brothers and sisters, any bad sins that you do, any evil sins that you do in the month of Ramadan is a reflection of you, yourself. Because you have no chance, no opportunity to blame the shayateen as they are shackled in the month of Ramadan. So Ramadan is a true reflection of who you are as a person. Is a true reflection of your commitment to Islam, your commitment to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and your love for the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So brothers and sisters, the point in this reminder is that we must maximize our time on this earth. Maximize in the blessings, the times that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us, these times which are blessings for us, such as the month of Ramadan. Maximize our efforts in these months. And your actions, my brothers and sisters, just look at your actions on a daily basis of Ramadan, from day one till the last day of Ramadan, and your actions will show you what your priority in life is. If you spent the days of Ramadan, reading the Quran, making time for the Quran. Most of us have other duties during the day that we do, such as work, studying, etc. Ask yourself, brothers and sisters, after doing your compulsory actions, such as the things that we actually need to do, work and study, how much effort are we putting in our deen? Did we recite the Quran today? It's the month of Ramadan, it's the day of Ramadan. How much of the Quran did I recite in my free time after I finished my work, after I finished my studies? Did I attend the Taraweeh prayer? If I did not attend the Taraweeh prayer, did I pray the night prayer at home? Did I recite the Quran at home? Did I do dhikr at home? Because if you look at your actions, my brothers and sisters, as I said, your actions will show you your priority in life. If you didn't do that and you were doing things, running after the dunya, halal things, running after the dunya, waiting for the next business deal, that will show you what your priority is in life. Because none of us will say that, Islam is not our priority. None of us will say that. But the best way to judge whether Islam is number one priority or not is to look at your actions. If your actions today was running after this dunya and whatever this dunya has in it, then the dunya is your priority. But if your priority today, if your action today was the recitation of the Quran, and you're longing to finish work, to finish your studies, to go to the masjid and to sit down with the people of knowledge, you couldn't wait to get home and to listen to that lecture, to listen to the recitation of the Quran, your heart was yearning for it, then that shows you that your priority is in the right place. Your actions show you your priority, my brothers and sisters. So having said that, my brothers and sisters, as we mentioned in the beginning of the reminder, that every person, every one of us, when we are lowered inside the grave, our deeds will be there. Our deeds will be there. There won't be any of your best friends standing next to you, defending you, protecting you. There won't be your education, your knowledge, the wealth that you amassed, the status, all of that will be gone. All of that will be left on earth and forgotten about. But what will accompany you to your grave, my brothers and sisters, as the hadith mentions, will be your salat, will be your siyam, will be your zakat, will be your righteous actions.